Eating a Subway sandwich on the balcony. 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 I'm going to do that shit so much. That shit funny, bro. I love that shit. Okay. Oh yeah, my bad, people. My bad. In my last video, my last Health is Wealth, I said 4 billion people. There's actually 8 billion people. Y'all niggas been fucking. Y'all niggas been fucking. Y'all niggas need to wrap it up. Y'all niggas need to do something. Because I swear, last time I checked, that shit was 4 billion people. And y'all niggas at 8 billion people. Y'all wondering why COVID happened. Earth talking about y'all niggas got to go. Okay. So, welcome back. Welcome. This is a safe space. I'm lying like, oh. It's not a safe space, nigga. If you are easily offended, fuck off. Okay, just fuck off. I preach health as well, but at the same time, I'm a real ass nigga, bro. I'm gonna keep this whole real deal, holy feel, my nigga. I make mistakes, you make mistakes. So if you gonna castrate me, I'm gonna castrate you, bitch. Okay. So, today, the name of the game is validation. You know what I'm saying? Today we're gonna be talking about validation, which is kind of crazy because I really had this idea. Because I recently had to like go through like validation, you know, and if you someone, you know what I'm saying, who's real sure of themselves, let me show you why validation finna knock you off your fucking high horse. Okay, you can be as sure as you want, okay, but validation teaches you that as much as everything will always be about you because you're the only you only experience stuff from your perception. In validation, sometimes you got to take yourself out of your shoes and put yourself in somebody else's shoes even though they don't fit. Sorry. So yeah, that's why we're going to talk about validation today, because even if you aren't aware of why you should validate someone's feelings or emotions or anything between, we're gonna tell you how if I were you, how I validate and acknowledge validation and how I recognize it. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right on in. Can I get a amen? So, validation refers to the act of recognizing, acknowledging, and affirming the feelings, experiences, perspective, or identity of an individual in a supportive and empathetic manner. Validation is a powerful interpersonal skill that communicates understanding, acceptance, respect for another person's emotions or experiences, or even perception. It helps foster healthy relationships and emotional well-being. Some characteristics of validations could include recognition of emotions, listening active listening, empathy, affirmation, non-judgment, respect for individuality, supportive language, and honestly the list goes on. Conflict resolution, boosting self-esteem, and yeah, the list continues to go. So we're gonna focus on these main 7 to 10 depending on how long the video takes, because you know, a nigga like me be going on rants and shit. So at number 1 we have recognition of emotions. So validation involves acknowledging and accepting the emotions that another person is experiencing, exerting, or going through, right? This can include feelings of joy, sadness, anger, fear, or any other emotional state, right? So validation involves acknowledging and accepting the emotions that another person is going through. I don't know about y'all, but for me, sometimes it's hard for me to understand why niggas do things, because sometimes I just think it's simply stupid as fuck. Like, I just think you niggas is retarded sometimes, you bitches is retarded. Y'all niggas be thinking with y'all emotions, right? But I'm a man, right? I understand that I like to choose the more logical concept and perception and experience. I feel logical when in doubt, logical it out. It's a lot easier. But at the end of the day, I am a human, and I do acknowledge and have to recognize that I have emotions, and I can't be biased whenever I do feel my emotions, as opposed to whenever I'm not feeling my emotions, just because we're talking about another person's experience here. That is what we call invalidation. You're not validating someone's emotions, identity, etc, right? So sometimes you just got to take yourself out of a logical mindset, if you are in one, because usually that's where I am. Depending on who you are, everyone's a different individual. Wherever you're at, you got to be able to understand that sometimes, what if you were feeling this emotion in this concept and it would have happened to you, how would you feel? You know what I mean? Remember the golden rule: treat people how you want to be treated. Usually, if we all follow the golden rule, treat people how you want to be treated, you know, we can all live a golden life, right? But not everybody likes gold. Some of you bitch ass niggas like silver. Silver not too bad though. It's not. But yeah, so at number 2, listening actively, or as some people say, active listening. To validate someone, it's essential to actively listen to their thoughts and feelings without judgment, interruption, or defensiveness. And me personally, I do testify here and today that sometimes I do like to interrupt. Sometimes I do become to get defensive at times, especially whenever I'm trying to defend my experience and my perception, my side of things, you know what I mean? Or if people are just asking for my 2 cents, you know what I mean? Yeah, and sometimes I do judge. Not gonna lie and tell you that I don't judge, man. I stay judging niggas. I stay judging, especially white niggas. I stay judging white niggas. Y'all niggas is like, swear. Y'all niggas the richest one on this earth, but y'all niggas also be looking like the dirtiest ones too. Y'all niggas be smelling like nickels and shit. Don't get me wrong, niggas stink too, but y'all know that nickel smell. You know what I'm talking about. Like, I ain't never heard of smelling like money in a bad term. Only with white people, because black people don't smell like money, nigga. We broke. So y'all niggas need to get that nickel smell under control, bro. Hey, nah, my homie just put me on. They got like blunt effects that you can roll on your little wrist, my nigga. Y'all need to go get that hoe. He like to get the baby powder one. Go get you that one, nigga. Y'all niggas out here smell like nickels. Okay. So basically, active listening, you know, without judgment, interruption, or defensiveness. This demonstrates that you value their perspective, you value their judgment sometimes, and you value them as a person, you know. And then that's honestly why we're talking about this, because I've noticed sometimes whenever you're not validating someone's emotions, feelings, characteristics, identity, whatever that may be, it just imagine how that would make you feel if you're trying to tell your parent, right? Yo, I didn't do that shit. That teacher lying like a motherfucking hoe ass, bitch ass nigga. Come on, why aren't you listening to me? You remember everybody had that time where you trying to reason with your parents not to get your ass whooped because the nigga just called them talking about, oh, your kid was acting like a motherfucking class clown and wasn't doing their motherfucking work and da-da-da-da-da-da, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody had that fucking debacle with that one teacher that was like, that bitch lying. That bitch lying, cuzzo. And then your parents gonna be like, all right, I'll deal with my child whenever he gets home and you get your ass whooped. Right? So parents, we're not validating your emotions, your feelings, your experiences, and everything in between, bro. And that's kind of like what that shit that I'm talking about right now is. You got to be able to just validate someone's feelings, because you know how it feels. You just feel so wronged whenever somebody didn't validate your feelings. You know what I mean? So like, don't be like your bitch ass parent was. You know what I'm saying? Your parent's not a bitch, but your parent can act like a bitch sometimes. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, like, you don't want to be acting like a bitch, cause when you act like a bitch, you're not the only one, right? You're not the only one that can sometimes see that you acting like a bitch. Or let me rephrase that. Sometimes other people can see you acting like a bitch, and you the only one that can't see that you's just been acting like a bitch. Is that better? All right, so don't be acting like a bitch, okay? At number 3, we have empathy. Validation goes beyond recognizing emotions. It also involves empathizing with the person's experiences. Empathy is the ability to understand and share in the emotions and experiences of another person, right? Obviously, you can't really get into their fucking skin like my bitch always be trying to do to me, right? Today's skin, and understand what they feeling is and their experiences. No, but you can do your best, right? With all your senses you have at hand. Whenever you could go off their body language, you could go off of the tone of their voice, you can go off of in the manner of what they're in how they're telling you know what I'm saying, their expressions, you know what I'm saying. You can go off of like how fresh this experience of them was, you know what I'm saying, when it happened, you know what I mean, things like that. I'll give you a prime example, bro. I was fired and I got called a nigga. ER. I'ma say nigga, cause I'm not gonna put that one. Well, it's gonna come up later on in my videos. I swear to God, someone gonna say just let the fucking N-word rip, my nigga, and I'm gonna bust out laughing, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro. I've learned and okay. Back in the day, right, I wasn't always as universal with the N-word as and I say N-word and I mean hard R, because I say nigga like ain't no fucking tomorrow. So obviously when I say nigga, I don't mean that N-word. N-word, I mean the hard ER. You see what I'm saying? Like and then I'm gonna put a right there. But you get it. So basically, right, one time I worked for a construction company, and basically they would call me Digger. They started with Digger. D-I-G-G-E-R. Digger, right? Digger this, digger that, digger this, right? And I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. At first, that shit was funny. Cause I was like, what do you mean, digger? Like, I didn't get it. And then my homie who put me on, you know what I'm saying? My homie, he was like, hey, yo, bro, like, they're like referring to you as, you know, the N-word, low key, just with the letter D. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, nigger turned to right, and it took me a minute to feel comfortable like telling my CEO about it. So like eventually, like time had went by before I told him, because I didn't feel comfortable. I really just thought like, because it was the project manager, not the project manager, it was the foreman that was telling me that. I felt like he had more experience with the company, and because of that, to be able to save face, they would get rid of me as opposed to him, right? I ended up being right, but anyways, a couple months go down, I tell my CEO asked me, how come you didn't tell me sooner? I tell him why. He said, well, I remember this vividly. Man was all like, well, have you ever been to Africa? And I looked that nigga dead in his face. What the fuck does that have to do with me being called the N-word? He said, well, I don't see color. And when I tell you, bro, that's the moment I knew, bro, these niggas don't give a flying fuck about me, bro. 9 times out of 10, if a nigga's profiting off of you, they don't, man. And that's why I want to be able to be the one to change that, bro. If I employ people, which I one day will employ people, and I want to be able to have a healthy and accepting freaking workforce, right? I don't want there to be no discrimination, even though like there will be, right? Let's just be fucking honest. Like everyone discriminates in their own sense, in their own like way, right? I ain't gonna cap, my nigga. Whenever I see an Asian person, I think it's some General Tso's chicken, shit fire. But like, it's not like some could classify me as fucking racist for that shit. Y'all niggas just mad because they whether if it's cat, dog, mouse, or pig, you gonna eat the fuck out that shit because that shit fire, okay? So don't fucking prosecute me, my nigga. Like, it's whatever. All I'm trying to say is, don't be that guy, pal. Don't be that guy that fucking has no motherfucking empathy, just doesn't validate anything, just doesn't acknowledge anything, always judges the book by its cover, fucking bah. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that guy, man. I'm like, you can call it how you see it every day, all day long, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, you know right from wrong. Treat people how you want to be treated. Bing, bang, boop. Golden rule is that fucking easy. You know what I'm saying? All right, so at number 4, we have affirmation. At number 4, we have affirmation. So with affirmation, validation includes offering verbal or nonverbal affirmation to let that person know that their feelings and experiences are valid and legitimate, right? This can be expressed through statements like, I understand how you feel, or simply nodding in agreement, right? While showing that you're being an active listener, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to interrupt them, you know what I mean? Fucking mid-sentence. I understand how you feel. Yes, I understand how you feel. Like, no, my nigga, don't be on some troll shit like that. Actually take time to really hear this person out if they're trying to tell you about their experiences or feelings, you know what I mean? And let them know that they are valid and legitimate, because obviously if they're honestly telling you their true opinion of their experiences and their feelings, do your best to express to them that you do truly try to understand to the best of your capabilities and abilities how they feel. You see what I'm saying? Because you can only do so much. We're at the end of the day, we're all individual people. We'll never be able to truly put each other in each other's shoes and experience what other person experiences. No, that's what makes us individual, right? And us having individuality. But do your best to try to validate and legitimize a person's experiences or emotions. You know what I mean? And number 5, we have non-judgment. Non-judgment. We talked about this earlier. You know what I mean? Sometimes we naturally judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes whenever white people see black people, they clench their purse or their wallet or their gun. You know what I mean? But but try your best not to try not to judge, bro. Try not to fucking judge, because hey man, this is me telling you, nigga, even I judge, nigga. Like, I am no better than anyone, bro. I'm not. I'm just a fucking human. You know what I mean? I am my own human. I am the only Jalen there is, bro. I'm the only JinSeries there is, bro. I'm the only JinSeries there is, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, like, sometimes my judging a book by its cover be getting me all fucked up, and I'm trying to learn not to do that, like, dead ass. So don't do that shit. Validating individuals refrain from passing judgment. Validating individuals refrain from passing judgment or making critical comments about the person's feelings, experiences, or choices. It creates a safe space for open and honest communication. And that is a big thing here. For people to truly be open and honest and truly communicate, they have to feel like it's a safe space. They have to feel like the person that they're talking to is a fucking vault or is truly present in that conversation and communication to be able to do their best, and, you know, recognizing their emotions, experiences, and you know, everything that person may have went through, or even their perception, right? Sometimes you just gotta do your best to understand, and sometimes you gotta be able to acknowledge, hey, maybe, you know what I mean, I will never be able to understand, but I can be someone who you can vent to. You know what I mean? Sometimes you may not be able to understand. I mean, put it this way, right? When a baby's fucking crying, right, you're trying to do your best to understand why the little motherfucker's crying, right? And, like, you know, some people be like, stop fucking crying, but I'm just kidding. But, like, you really be like asking a little baby, like, yo, nigga, you hungry? Like, you thirsty? You want some milk, my nigga? Like, what you need, dog? Like, I done gave you everything you need, and you still crying. Like, what do you need? You know what I'm saying? So, like, all I'm trying to say is, bro, like, do your freaking best, man. Do your freaking best. And number 6, we have respect for individuality. Validation respects the individuality of each person, recognizing that everyone has unique experiences and perspectives, right? It does not attempt to impose one's own views or expectations onto another, right? It does not attempt to impose one's own views or expectations or perception to another. You are not trying to push your ideology or how you view the situation onto somebody else. No, you are trying your best to view it from their perception, from the way they saw it, from the way they experienced it. So do your fucking best to try to do that, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. The moment you learn how to validate someone's emotions, experiences, personality, individuality, whatever, the moment you will gain true friends. And the moment you have true friends, right, you can take those true friends and talk real deal business with them. So when you talk real deal business with these true friends, then you're not alone, right? Because show me a business owner, right? Show me a business owner who's a millionaire who got it on their own. I'm talking about not from generational wealth, not from marketing to other people. Not, put it this way, my nigga, if you want to profit off of a product, you need other people to pay for that product. Therefore, you need other people in every instance, case, and scenario. And if you don't feel that way, okay, cool. But at the end of the day, the only way you can profit is if another individual or entity other than yourself pays for your product that you're promoting or marketing. So at the end of the day, you will always need other people. So even if you're the only one in your business, you still need to be able to validate and recognize people's, especially people's experiences, bro. Because what I learned is we be thinking products are just items, bro. Products are not just items. Products are the experience you have purchasing and using that item, right? So give this, right? You have a Morphe palette and you have a fucking Rihanna palette. I don't know if these things are real. I've fucking probably just heard of them, but I guarantee 9 times out of 10, nigga gonna rock with the Rihanna palette over the Morphe palette because the experience Rihanna gives you, especially when you listen to her music. So imagine just having a Rihanna palette and listening to her music, being like, this is how Rihanna was fucking feeling when she was fucking caking her fucking face up. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to give an example that tuned more towards females, because I could have gave you all the fucking examples that tune more towards my niggas and males all day, because that's who I am. But I'm trying to be more inclusive. You know what I'm saying? We gotta include these women. Women are yes, they're emotional creatures, but they are the most, bro, they are the most nurturing creatures on this earth, bro. Without a woman, bro, there won't be a man here to be able to tell you, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's that one. That's simple. You know what I mean? Because usually young women be like, oh, I'm a little bit indecisive, this, that, and the third. And not all women are the same, bro. Not all women are the same. You know what I mean? Some women are more emotional than others. Some women are more logical than others. You got to be able to acknowledge that everybody's their own individual, bro. We can't be putting people in a bias. Like, I joke about it all the time. Like, women can't drive, right? I joke about it all the time. Women can't drive, but if I'm being honest, hey, yes, y'all can. I'm just kidding, but seriously. Try not to fucking judge a book by its cover. Try not to judge people. Try not to fucking invalidate people's emotions, experiences, identity, or individuality. Just try to be supportive, bro. Just try to be supportive. Try to affirm and like acknowledge everything that someone is trying to tell you, because the moment you can treat people how you want to be treated is the moment that you'll be able to grow more as a person and be the best version of yourself. You see what I'm saying? So once again, thank you for coming. Until next time, health is wealth, baby.